Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about something incredibly important, something that affects millions of people, especially as we get older, high blood pressure. Now, I know when you hear high blood pressure, your mind might immediately jump to medication. And while medication is absolutely essential for many people and can be life-saving, what if I told you that you have the power to make a significant impact on your numbers right from your own home? Today, we're going to dive into 10 powerful lifestyle changes you can start making right now to lower your blood pressure and dramatically reduce your risk for heart disease. These aren't just minor tweaks. These are scientifically backed strategies that can genuinely change the course of your health journey. The amazing thing about focusing on lifestyle is that it puts you in the driver's seat. Making these changes can, in many cases, prevent the need for medication altogether. For others, it might delay the need to start it, or even reduce the dosage of the medication you're already on. Think of it as building a strong foundation for your health, one that supports everything else you do. It's about being proactive, not just reactive, when it comes to your heart. So, grab a notepad or just get ready to listen closely, because we're going to break down each of these 10 habits in a simple, practical way. My goal here isn't to overwhelm you, but to empower you with knowledge. We'll cover everything from your diet and exercise routine to how you manage stress and sleep. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear, actionable roadmap to take control of your blood pressure and invest in a longer, healthier, and more vibrant life. Let's get into it. All right, let's start with a big one. Losing extra weight and watching your waistline. I know weight loss is a topic that can feel daunting, but listen to this. For every 2.2 pounds or 1 kilogram you lose, your blood pressure can drop by about 1 point. That is an incredible return on your investment. You don't need to aim for a dramatic overnight transformation. Even losing a small amount of weight, just 5 to 10 pounds, can make a huge difference in lowering your blood pressure and improving your overall cardiovascular health. It's one of the most effective lifestyle changes you can make. Now, it's not just about the number on the scale. It's also about where you carry that weight. Carrying too much weight around your waist, what we sometimes call visceral fat, can put you at a greater risk for high blood pressure. As a general guide, men are at risk if their waist measurement is greater than 40 inches, and women are at risk if their waist measurement is greater than 35 inches. This isn't about body shaming, it's about understanding risk factors. So, grab a tape measure. This simple measurement gives you another powerful piece of data to track your progress and protect your heart. Next up is something that should be a cornerstone of everyone's health plan: regular exercise. Your heart is a muscle, and just like any other muscle, it gets stronger with a good workout. When you exercise regularly, your heart becomes more efficient at pumping blood, which lowers the force on your arteries. This, in turn, directly lowers your blood pressure. The goal here is consistency. We're aiming for at least 30 minutes of moderate aerobic activity most days of the week. Think brisk walking, cycling, swimming, or even dancing. Find something you actually enjoy, because that's the secret to sticking with it long term. But it's not just about cardio. Incorporating strength training is also key. Lifting weights, using resistance bands, or doing body weight exercises like push-ups and squats 2 or 3 times a week can also help lower blood pressure. It builds lean muscle mass, which helps boost your metabolism and manage your weight, linking back to our first point. Don't feel like you have to become a bodybuilder overnight. Start slow, maybe with lighter weights or just a few repetitions, and gradually increase the intensity as you get stronger. The most important thing is to just start moving. What you put on your plate has a direct and profound impact on your blood pressure. Let's talk about 2 fantastic, well-researched eating plans: the DASH diet and the Mediterranean diet. The DASH diet, which stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension, is specifically designed to lower blood pressure. It emphasizes fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins while limiting foods that are high in saturated fat, like fatty meats and full-fat dairy. The Mediterranean diet is very similar, focusing on fish, nuts, olive oil, and plenty of fresh produce. The common thread here is whole, unprocessed foods. A key player in these diets is a mineral you need to be friends with: potassium. Potassium is crucial because it helps balance the amount of sodium in your cells. Too much sodium can cause fluid retention and increase blood pressure, but potassium helps your body get rid of that excess sodium. So where do you find it? Think bananas, of course, but also avocados, sweet potatoes, spinach, beans, and oranges. By filling your plate with these potassium-rich, nutrient-dense foods, you're not just eating a meal, you're actively creating an internal environment that promotes healthy blood pressure. This one is a huge deal. Reducing salt, or more specifically, sodium, in your diet. Even a small reduction in the sodium you consume can improve your heart health and lower your blood pressure by about 5 to 6 points if you have high blood pressure. The problem is that sodium is hidden everywhere, especially in processed and packaged foods. Soups, frozen dinners, cured meats, and even bread can be loaded with it. The first step is to become a detective and start reading food labels. Look for the sodium content and aim for low-sodium options whenever possible. The best way to control your sodium intake is to cook more meals at home. When you're the chef, you're in charge of the ingredients. Instead of reaching for the salt shaker, get creative with herbs and spices. Garlic, onion powder, paprika, oregano, black pepper, and fresh lemon juice can all add incredible flavor to your food without adding a single milligram of sodium. It might take a little while for your palate to adjust, but soon you'll start to appreciate the real taste of your food. This simple switch is one of the most direct ways to fight back against hypertension. Let's talk about alcohol. While a glass of red wine is often associated with heart health, it's a relationship that's all about moderation. Drinking too much alcohol can raise your blood pressure by several points. It can also reduce the effectiveness of blood pressure medications, which is a critical point to understand. So what does moderation actually mean? For women of all ages and for men older than 65, it's generally defined as up to 1 drink a day. For men aged 65 and younger, it's up to 2 drinks a day. And a drink is specific 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, or 1.5 ounces of 80-proof liquor. Binge drinking, having 4 or more drinks in a 2-hour period for women or 5 or more for men, is particularly dangerous and can cause large and sudden spikes in your blood pressure. Beyond the direct effects, alcohol also contains empty calories, which can contribute to unwanted weight gain, taking us right back to our first point. If you're a heavy drinker, cutting back gradually is important. Quitting cold turkey can sometimes lead to a temporary but severe spike in blood pressure. The key message here is to be mindful of your intake and understand the limits for your long-term health. Okay, I'm not going to mince words on this one. If you smoke, the single most important thing you can do for your blood pressure and your overall health is to quit. Each cigarette you smoke causes a temporary increase in your blood pressure for many minutes after you finish. But the damage is much more long-term than that. The chemicals in tobacco smoke can damage the lining of your artery walls, causing them to narrow and harden over time. This process, called atherosclerosis, forces your heart to work harder and permanently raises your blood pressure. Quitting smoking helps your blood pressure return to a more normal level. It's not always an immediate fix, but the benefits start accumulating from the moment you stop. Within just 1 year of quitting, your risk of heart disease drops significantly. I know that quitting is incredibly difficult, and it's one of the toughest challenges a person can face. But you don't have to do it alone. Talk to your doctor. There are so many resources available, from nicotine replacement therapies to support groups and counseling, that can dramatically increase your chances of success. It's a journey, but it's the most life-changing journey you can take. You know, we live in a culture that often glorifies being busy and sacrificing sleep. But honestly, this is a huge mistake when it comes to your health. Getting a good night's sleep is not a luxury. It's actually a biological necessity. When you're sleeping, your body goes into a state of repair and recovery. Your blood pressure naturally goes down during sleep. But if you're consistently not getting enough quality sleep, your blood pressure stays higher for longer periods of time. Chronic sleep deprivation can contribute to a whole host of health problems, with high blood pressure being a major one. So, you might be wondering, how much sleep do you really need? Well, most adults should aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. To improve your sleep hygiene, try to stick to a regular sleep schedule, even on weekends. Create a relaxing bedtime routine, maybe reading a book, taking a warm bath, or listening to calming music. Make sure your bedroom is dark, quiet, and cool. Also, Avoid large meals, caffeine, and alcohol close to bedtime, and try to put away screens like your phone or tablet at least an hour before you plan to sleep. Prioritizing your sleep is like giving your heart and blood vessels a much-needed break every single night. In our fast-paced world, stress seems unavoidable, but chronic stress is a major contributor to high blood pressure. When you're stressed, your body produces a surge of hormones that temporarily increase your blood pressure by causing your heart to beat faster and your blood vessels to narrow. While this is a normal fight or flight response, the problem is when that response is triggered day after day. We need to find healthy ways to cope with and manage our stress. Take some time to think about what triggers your stress. Is it work, family, finances? Once you know the source, you can start to find solutions. This doesn't mean you have to eliminate all stress from your life, which is impossible. It means building a toolbox of coping mechanisms. Deep breathing exercises, meditation, or yoga can be incredibly effective at calming your nervous system. Make time for hobbies and activities you enjoy. Practice gratitude by taking a few moments each day to write down what you're thankful for. It can shift your perspective in a powerful way. Learning to say no and prioritizing your tasks can also help you feel more in control. Managing stress is an active skill, and it's one that pays huge dividends for your heart. You can't manage what you don't measure. That's why tracking your blood pressure at home is such a powerful tool. Home monitoring can help you and your doctor see if your lifestyle changes are working, and it can alert you to potential health complications. It gives you a more accurate picture of your blood pressure throughout the day, away from the white coat hypertension that can happen in a doctor's office. Make sure you get a validated, automated cuff-style monitor that goes on your upper arm. Take your readings at the same time each day, like in the morning before you eat or take medications, and again in the evening. Of course, home monitoring is a partner to, not a replacement for, regular checkups with your doctor. These visits are essential. Your doctor can help you interpret your home readings, make sure your monitor is accurate, and discuss your overall treatment plan. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Be an active participant in your healthcare. How often you need to see your doctor will depend on your blood pressure levels and other risk factors. By staying on top of your numbers and maintaining an open dialogue with your healthcare provider, you are taking a crucial step in owning your health journey. Finally, while our focus today has been on blood pressure, it's critical to remember that it's just one piece of the puzzle. Heart health is a holistic issue. Two other major players you need to keep in check are your cholesterol and your blood sugar. High cholesterol can lead to the buildup of fatty plaques in your arteries, that same process of atherosclerosis we talked about with smoking, which narrows the arteries and contributes to high blood pressure and heart disease. High blood sugar, particularly with diabetes, can damage your blood vessels and nerves that control your heart. The good news is that many of the lifestyle changes we've already discussed will have a positive impact on these numbers as well. A heart-healthy diet like the DASH or Mediterranean diet, regular exercise, and maintaining a healthy weight are fantastic for controlling both cholesterol and blood sugar. It's a beautiful synergy where one good habit supports another. It's essential to follow your doctor's advice, which might include medication for cholesterol or blood sugar management. Think of your health as a team effort, with you as the captain, supported by healthy habits and your medical team. And there you have it. 10 powerful, actionable lifestyle changes you can start making today to lower your blood pressure and protect your heart for the long run. I know this is a lot of information, so please don't feel like you have to tackle all 10 things at once. Pick one or two that feel the most manageable for you right now and start there. Maybe it's adding a 30-minute walk to your daily routine or focusing on reading food labels at the grocery store. Small, consistent steps are what lead to massive, lasting change. Remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. The most important takeaway from this video should be a sense of empowerment. You have a significant amount of control over your health. These habits are your tools to build a stronger, more resilient cardiovascular system. Your future self will thank you for the investments you make in your health today. Thank you so much for watching and for taking this time to invest in yourself. I truly hope you found this information valuable and that it inspires you to take that first step on your health journey. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel reach more people who might need to hear this message. Share it with a friend or family member who you think could benefit from it. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our future content dedicated to helping you live a healthier, more informed life. Stay safe, be well, and I'll see you in the next video.